Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is having a wonderful moment up till this point. If not, I hope we can turn it around for you. I forgot. I can't have the camera that or it glows. But anyways, I hope that you guys are doing well. Um, let's see who's in here. Let's go to the comments. We have Mary McMahon, Beth, Rosanna, Charlie, Ruth. Good morning, all of you. I'm sorry you're not. I'm sorry you're not feeling better, Rosanna. I understand, and I'm saying all the healing prayers and sending that energy your way. So yes, good morning, Ruth and Donna. Good morning, Dana. Good morning, Sid. You guys, I have to say that the last week and a half, 2 weeks has been very difficult. And I want each of you to know that you have contributed a part to me being here and not hiding under my covers. But you guys have been wonderful. You've been the motivation. Putting this on also helps me. I know you guys will say, oh, you don't need to do that. And I know I've gone live with no makeup on before. Excuse me. But it's kind of my armor. So I enjoy doing my makeup most of the time, but it's been great. I think I've said good morning to everybody. So, anyways, I was saying, I want to thank each of you publicly and privately for being there for me, for propping me up, for everything. There's a little group chat amongst the ladies that I got into a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I was having a hard. They're absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. The group is called Bargain Bee Box Companion Bundle Anonymous because people were not getting their companion bundle. They were selling out and then were upset. So Beth started this little group chat, and it is absolutely what I envisioned for Beating Besties, the Facebook group. That's what I want. They have been able to jump on group chats with Rosanna to talk to her as she heals, since she's not really at a point where she can be up and talking to us through the messages on her lives that she does. So it has literally been my saving grace. There was a little bit of a kerfuffle the other day about the right way to handle a situation, and I just want you all to know that I never want any of you to have a disagreement on my behalf. I was using it as a sounding board, and all of the different input has helped me to navigate all of this very well. I don't know what I'd do without you ladies. I love you all very, very much. Very much. And so we're doing good. Good morning, Carrie. So I'm just saying, another reason I'm saying this is because if you're not part of a group chat, if there aren't enough people in Beating Besties in the state you live in, please don't hesitate to start your own and invite different people into the group with you. It's not only supposed to be by state. I want it to be whatever gathering will help you get through life on a daily basis. That's the way to do it. So you guys are amazing. And I know that a lot of us deal with chronic pain, and that can be very isolating for many reasons. Sometimes just the thought of taking a shower and putting on your makeup and getting dressed and not just walking around the house in your moo-moo, I get it. So I just want you guys to have your own community, both on a large scale, through here, through Randee, through Rosanna's group, through any of those groups, I understand it's literally your community. And so I just want you guys to have a place to set those up. Different people get added to our little group chat all the time. It had been going on for much, much longer than when I was added in by Mama Bear Beth. And I don't want anybody to think anything of it. Beth literally is holding my feet to the fire and being my helping to hold me accountable to how I want to deal with the situation. And so there have been times privately where she's just wanted to mama bear it all. I've just asked her personally to help me not say or do anything that I would regret later. So enough about that. Let's get to the beads. I was wondering, do you have a sister that does bead up bags with you and that organizes her beads? She gets them feedback because of your star YouTube station. Ruth, I'm not quite sure who you're asking that. I don't have a sister that beads. Are you maybe thinking of Becky from Bakito Burrito and her sister Jenny? They have done lives together, and then Becky has her own. Her sister Jenny is the biggest delight, but at this point in time does not want a channel of her own. She likes just popping on with her sister from time to time. It's great. And yes, they separate their metals because she's allergic to it. So if it doesn't specifically say that it's cadmium, there's other ones, and they're going lead free, whatever that is, all of those. And so they actually split those up, and the ones that Jenny is able to use, Becky sends her the ones from her companion bundle. The ones that Jenny can't use then go to Becky, and so it goes well. So it works for them. They're amazing. Good morning, Brandy. Love you too, Beth. Good morning, Jenny and Donna. Dana. Yes, nickel free. Thank you, Dana. Nickel, cadmium, all that stuff. She can't use it. So yesterday, there's one other thing I want to clarify. Yesterday, towards the end, I showed these earrings, and now I can't find the other ones. Oh, Heather, go down to the mat. I'm holding it under the camera like any of you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I showed these leather earrings at the end of the live yesterday, and I also showed the way that I altered them once I got better with leather. And I also said that the ones with the knot and loop of leather up top sold better than this version of it. I want you to know, if you aren't able to do leather knots yet, but you need some quick earrings, by all means, you guys, these are perfectly okay. I just wanted you to know that in my experience, the ones with the knot on the top sell better. So, morning, Lois. Morning, Deborah. But this is perfectly okay. I don't want you to think that I was talking down about this or saying that you shouldn't make these, because that's not at all what I was trying to portray to you about said earrings. But you guys also asked me to share the video or share how I do that. So that's what we're going to do this morning. And I actually had an idea right before we went live, so I didn't have time to grab it. And that was simply that you could do this with chain too, you guys. You could thread some slinky chain through a large hole bead. And if you get it small enough, which I don't know where it is. I had it out yesterday. I have a whole bag of all these little really thin silver chain that would go through even smaller holes than what we're going to be using. But I want to show you guys that how I do the knot part for that, so that regardless of, and then I'm also going to demonstrate that earring again, just in case. Hey, stop. Just in case you're not confident but love the leather earrings and would like to have a pair for themselves, or just row into your next show. Oh, Tina! Oh my goodness. Tina just said you can also do with silver silk. That's an amazing idea. I have silver silk that I'm now like, but it's not even in this room, so I can't grab it, but now I need to do that. So anyways, I start these earrings with 1.5 inches of 2mm leather. And I'm out of practice of doing this, you guys. I haven't made these in several months, so if I fumble a little bit this morning, that's why. But as I was saying, I'm cutting my leather to 8 inches. I got to the point where I only needed to use 6, but that's when I was like making these over and over and over again. Oh, good, Beth. Our Ruth, that's who you were thinking of? Yeah. Hi. So, aww. Yes, the silicone sliders are they're faster. Hun, can you tell me how you pronounce your name? Is it Dawn? Daune? I think that's what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Lois, yes, whatever you need to do to get these done, please do so. And then I'm going to show you my like 5-second ear wire. That is, you can even do it faster if you use an eye pin. So I'll show you how to do all of that. So I start with 8 inches of leather. I can do so with less when I do 1.5 inch leather, but I'm going to show you 2-inch leather. So you're just going to put whatever you want on the leather. You can add metal. You can add bead caps if you have some large hole bead caps. Like, you don't have to go as simple as just a freshwater pearl. I just think it looks great. And Beth, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Hello, Kimberly. That's what I thought. I thought it was done. Okay, good. I found a scrap of silver silk just before going to the hospital. I'll need to see if it is enough to make the earrings with. Oh, yeah. And like I said, if you're doing the other method, you don't even need 4 inches of leather. So, because all you're going to do is gather this up into one of the little cord ends. So you need like 3 inches. That's it. So if you're new to this or just trying to get with it and figure out how to do it, you use even less leather. And then obviously, as you get better and as you start to sell more and as people get to know who you are more, then you will sell more, and then you can maybe upgrade and go with the one that takes more leather or whatever else. But I think I did the math, and on one of the 5-meter spools that I get from USA Leather Cord USA. Sorry, said that wrong. And I think it was more than 50 pairs of earrings, and they have their leather in 3 different length options. This is, I believe, I don't think this is 5 meters. I think it's more than that. But if you get the big one, now I can't think of what it is. I might have to look it up. This is the bigger version, and these make, oh my goodness, so many earrings. So it's something that is easy. Say you're having like a brunch with your girlfriends and you want to bring something. These are easy peasy. So as I was saying, you need to decide what size loop you want. If you want very small loops like that, because you're not a big earring kind of gal, that's absolutely okay. If you are kind of a big loop kind of gal and you want to load this up with other beads and whatnot, feel free to do so. You might just need more than 8 inches. So I also, when you're getting ready to knot, when you pull the knot closed, you will get more space. So you're gonna want to start. I start mine about there, and then once I put the knot in, it ends up being more about there. So okay, so you're going to get your leather in your hand. You are going to make yourself a little loop. Oops, I have this the wrong way. You're going to grab your 2-bead straw knotting tool, whatever it is that you do. And then you're going to just do a barrel knot. I like the 2 for these again, but you can do the 3, the 4, whatever it is you want. You could even do knots on either side of the pearl if you wanted to do so. So go around the second time. You're going to go in through the back of your barrel knot tube. Oops, that just popped out because I wasn't paying attention. I grabbed onto the wrong loop. Okay, I lost my knot. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Mary, where are you getting your big hole pearls to go on leather? Bernie has them, and we are going to have some in next week's sale, but give me 2 seconds and I will grab the link and share it. I'm also going to share these. Come on. Can we please? Okay, copy. I'm going to go do this one real quick. Sorry if it like squeals at us. Just a second. I'm trying to do so quickly. Morning coffee with Heather. There's no sound. Oops. These are just the clear silicone spacers. The link that I just shared, that's what those are. You just use the way that it's worded in the like title and or description below, and then you can find other ones. Now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna find my large hole pearls really quick, just so, because I know I said I was going to share that and I completely spaced it. So, are these them? Okay. The first one I'm going to share with you is a more, well, actually, they have a few. They have the round. These ones are a much lesser price point. What is wrong with my phone today? Sorry, it just keeps freezing when I'm trying to grab the link. Okay. Oh my gosh. Rosanna. Oh, the next time you're on, I think I know a way that you can have both phones, because I have mine in like recording mode, which means absolutely no sound, no videos. Like my video is live on my phone right now, right here, and I'm not getting any reverberation or feedback. So, hey, I don't know why I didn't just realize that. These are some that have the 3mm hole, so you will be able to get it on the 3mm leather. And Beth and or Rosanna, can you guys remind me to put these in the chat after the live so that I don't forget? Okay. there you guys go. The Beethoven, I really like their pearls. I have ordered them like on my search history. You can see that these are black ones. I've ordered from them multiple times. So this is my order history. Those are not affiliate links. I don't know how to set that up. I kind of wish I did, but I don't know. So there you go. There are your pools or your pearls, and we're good to go. Okay, so again, you're just going to grab your leather. You're then going to create a loop up top. I need to flip it the other way. I don't know why, but I like to have the wrapping on the top. It's just the way that I've always done it. That is a really big loop, Heather. Sorry, my hands do not like me this morning. I kind of need them to work though. So come on, ladies. You can do it. Okay, around once, around twice. You're going to go in through the back of your tube bead behind everything else. You're going to pull it out carefully and then you're going to pull it through. And you have to remember that the knot or the piece of leather that you're moving is in the middle and also part of that loop. And I will show you. Oh, I did it too fast. Sorry. Goodness gracious. It's not easy. That's another reason I wanted this. It's not hard, but it's not easy. And those other leather ones with the little cord end up top are gonna give you like the fastest method, and you won't have to do this again. It's early here. Well, not early, but I normally am not out of bed trying to do anything by this time in the morning. So by the time I do, my hands have warmed up, I guess. I don't know. Okay. I know what I was doing. This was getting caught. And so when I was pulling this down, it pulled that out of the way. So this is actually going to be the front, unless I get a good enough knot that I like see, this one's smaller, but you still get the little crisscross. So again, this is personal preference. I like the crisscross look. I also like that side of I like that look as well. So then you want to pull this until you're happy with the tightness and then also the size. And you can pull the shorter piece down to give you more length. You just don't want to go so far down that it has come out. So do it very slowly, or that's what happens. I was showing you what could happen. I did that on purpose, y'all. I fully intended to do that. Sure I did. That's what we're telling everybody, right? I don't know why this is striking me as so funny. I apologize. Oh, sorry. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Oh goodness. Pull it together, Heather. Alrighty. Once, twice. We're gonna go into the barrel knot in the back. Okay, who has ordered? I know Chris just said Beads of Bombay has a lot of big hole pearls and gemstones. Yes, they do. They do. I've not ordered from them, but I've had people like tell me about them and show me their beads. I get stuck in my ways, y'all. Once I find something that works, I very rarely make a change to it, like ordering from the same person or whatever. Like I go to Olive Garden, I get chicken scampi every single time because the few times I didn't like what I got. And then I was upset that I did not order the chicken scampi. So I get a little stuck in my ways, and so I like to do that. Okay, as far as this strand goes, again, you can pull it through, just be very careful. And you can actually, if you want it to be bigger, you can pull this down to where it's level. Sorry, you're going to pull it down to where it's level with the top strand of your knot. Just know that when you do so, if you pull it too hard, you're going to lose your whole knot. So, but, and then you're just going to like figure out where you want your pearl. Is that big enough for you? Do you want the loop up top to be smaller? You can move the knot up, which is a much easier way to get the other strand into your knot to where it's not visible. See, knot. Yes. And then again, you can decide if you prefer that look or if you prefer the crisscross look. This one wasn't twisted, but you can twist your knot, guys. There we go. And then you'll see that just by doing that little twist, I got my X, and then on the other side, it's straight. And if you're a jewelry maker, you could literally change how you do this at any date or time. Maybe one you get to where you like this. Maybe you want a little bit more rustic, little more boho, whatever you want to call it. You would keep it like this. So then we are just going to go in and we are going to cut off the excess leather. And as you see, with 8 inches, I do have a bigger loop right here, but 8 inches, I really only have just over an inch worth of leather. Yeah, like an inch and a quarter. So it's not a lot of waste. But I know some people just like to get the most out of their supplies, as do I. But I pick and choose my battles where that's concerned. So, and I have a couple of other ideas that I want to show you. But we'll get to that in a second. Oh my goodness. Where did my thread burner go? Oh, there. I just didn't get put away. You could also, guys, grab some pearls or like my twisted rings that I did the other day. You can grab those and string those on either side. It's completely up to you, and it's your jewelry, and or maybe it's the jewelry you want to sell. That would be good. You could even do more of like, this just came to me. You could even hang these and from the middle of your leather with a little jump ring and do that way. Maybe you want a smaller loop that you want to hang these from. You could do it. Hi, Gina. Glad that you made it. I'm glad. Oh, I'm so glad. If you guys have been watching all week, Gina had oh, wrong one, sorry. Her dog is feeling better, is all I meant to say. There we go. So she's getting back to it. She had a kidney stone, I believe. So that was what it is. Okay, if you're new and don't know why I have my thread burner out, I don't like the Sharpie method, although this is in your ear, but I stopped using this Sharpie after my son came home. He had walked home that day, and so he was sweating. And when he came in, he was like, Mom, look. And there was Sharpie on his arm. So then I came up with an alternate way to do that. And I do that by lightly tapping my leather with the ends of my cord. And I always like to remind you that we are trying to tan the leather, not burn it. If you do it too much or hold the heat on, it will get crispy and crunchy, and it's not a good look. But if you just lightly like tap it until it gets to the point that you like it, then you're good to go. And now I'm going to show you my 5-second ear wire in case some of you have not seen it before. Oh, they're there. Oh my. So obviously this is leather, so it's going to have to go around a thicker, this is thicker than like your jump ring or soft flex. Oh, you could do this with soft flex. You wouldn't, I mean, I'm sure you could knot it. I've actually knotted it before, but I don't know that I've done it with a barrel knot. I might have to pull out some soft flex and try that out. Anyways, you get to this point, and then you can use any, well, not any, it depends on how long you want your. So this is 1.5 inches long, and I believe that this one is enough. If not, I have the others. So all I'm going to do is place my ball head pin through the bottom barrel. I'm going around the first step, and I'm just going to bring one wire to the other. And I am not good at simple loops. This happens to me 95% of the time. I always like diverge off of that, and I don't know why. Okay, and then you're just going to turn your loop down here away from the step that you're going to go around. And in this case, I'm going to do the 4th step. And all you're going to do is bend it down till it gets to the loop. And then if you are somebody who likes the look of the little kickback, all you have to do is grab a pair of pliers and just slightly bend the end of it like that. And you have a perfectly good ear wire. Hold on. I don't know why me think. Using colored soft flex instead of wire so much easier. Sorry, I didn't mean to take that off so quickly. Absolutely. And you know what? If you use the soft flex, we all have those 3-inch lengths at the end that we've cut off. And so this would be a good use for it. Anyways, then all you're going to do is open this like you would any jump ring. This way, not out, but up. You're going to put the side you want facing out on. And then there you go. Easy peasy. Quick and easy pair of earrings. It's not at all difficult. Man, I don't know why I didn't have enough time to grab these before we started, but I also thought that it would be really cool to take a charm like this and put a jump ring on it that would go around the piece of leather, and then you could put large hole amethyst on either side of it, and then this would just hang down in the middle. And I think that would absolutely be adorable. Let me see if those aren't purple, those are green. I know I have some large hole amethyst. Man, oh man. Heather, where is it? I don't know, but I think that would be adorable. You could also do it with like the buffalo horn. You could put that on either side. If, like I said, if you wanted to, I think it would take, I'm going to estimate that if you wanted to do more knots, that, wait, what am I, oh, sorry. I'm going to try it with 10 inches just to see if that's enough. And I know 10 inches is a lot for a one earring, but I'm curious. Let's see, where's the center? So we're going to go just off center right there, and we're going to do a knot. And because these are earrings, I'm just going to do a double wrap. But when I get to the top, I'm going to do the traditional one just so that we can see what that would look like. Sorry, there's letters on the board. I apologize. Okay, this is just off 4 inches, so this is going to be where we would put our little pearl or other large hole bead. Why did I not think of doing this before? Well, see, you guys think you're helping me, but it's you guys are trying to come up with options for like you guys in case you have different, like you have different tastes. It has really helped. And if I was smart, I would have left one longer because I need to wrap with it. But I did not do that. And now I'm saying not 1,000 times. I think I'm going to combat that by using the one side as where my loop is. And that way I can just use the long one for the wrapping. Why did it go off? Just to combat that little error I just did. Oh, I want to go around 3 times at the top of this one. I almost forgot. And I'm going to make this longer in just a second. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Why did it just come apart like that? I don't know why. But it's okay. We salvaged it. And then, like I said, you can make your loop shorter if you want. If you don't want the bigger, if you don't like a bigger loop up top. And then just cut it off. Again, you could tan the ends. Oops. A little bit. But that's cute too, I think. And like I said, you could add like a gold spacer bead after this point on both sides. You just have to remember that would need to leave yourself enough room in order to still have enough to wrap with. So, but there it is with a knot on either side. So there's a little variation for you. But yes, look, everybody's talking about food. Hi, just popping on to say hello. I'm off and running again. You have a wonderful day too, Kim. You're such a sweetie. Okay. But there's an option. I do want to try this. I just need to see if I have gold spacer beads, I would probably have to use 1.5 inches, if even, or 1.5 millimeter, not 1.5 inches. Yeah, so that goes through. So here, I'm gonna try. I probably will not need all of this leather, but I'd rather do like some of the trial and error for you ahead of time. So that way when you're finished, you aren't having to do quite as much. Now, obviously, you can use any ear wire that you want. I have these like decorative ones that just have the loop right at the bottom. Um, and I never thought about that, the like coil around the top and how that comes, it drops your earring down a little bit more, until my sister-in-law asked me, is there any way you can get rid of that and still make me a pair of earrings? And I did indeed. I was indeed able to do that. Okay, so if we do this, then we need to get the jump ring. And like I said, you guys, they have those silicone beads with or they have the little bail beads, or just regular beads without a loop on them, that already have the silicone in the middle of them, but I only have little ones right now. And yeah, I'm not gonna fight trying to get that leather through there. My sanity is worth more than that. So I just had my gold box. What did I do with it? I have no idea. But I do know. I think I do know where my gold wire is. It's 24 gauge, and I wouldn't ever use that as a jump ring, but we're just gonna pretend that it's not 24-inch leather, because I just wanted to grab this real quick. Where are my double flush cutters? There they are. I would recommend using the second step on these to make the jump rings, and you're just going to slowly wind around. You want to make sure that when you're wrapping, that the end of the wire is traveling out and not in, or you won't be able to make as many jump rings. I could do this with 3 feet of wire and make a whole long coil. But if you have the initial end going inward, you can only make like as many as will fit just on the barrel. And you can try to turn it around. I have not found that to be very successful for me. So I just don't. And then you're just going to cut the end flush, which I don't know why I did that. I know it was already flush. And then you'll just flip your pliers around. Oh my gosh, this wire is little. You're going to turn around and cut off that itty bitty piece and cut it again. And then all I'm doing is cutting off. Oh, sorry. There's stuff in the way. All I'm doing is cutting off the little bit of wire that comes out of the other side of your pliers. And you literally, I've gotten to where I only cut that part off so that there's not a lot of waste, because especially when I'm using sterling silver, you don't want to be like wasting long lengths of it. I don't know why I just cut that many. I didn't need to. Let me see here. My pliers. Open this up. And I'm going to put the charm on. And then I'm going to grab my packaging nose. Okay, there we go. Oh, I have a question for you guys. Oh man, did it just leave my head? Okay, sorry. I'm doing the 28 Days of Men's Jewelry Challenge. Leading up to Father's Day. Would you guys be interested in a his and hers design? Because I've gone back and forth whether or not I should try that during the challenge. I don't know if that's really a thing anymore, but I just thought I would ask. Oh, hey, do I want to put... Yeah, I'm going to put a knot. I am indeed. Just off center. Oh, no, not just off center there. I'm going to go ahead and put 2/3 down here and then 1/3 of the leather up top. I don't even need that much. I'm going to try to not use nearly as much leather. This is where you can get to where you're not using as much of the leather. You just pull the loop and only leave just over the space that you need to wrap around that to make the loop. You just want to make sure that you tuck the leather down and don't let it jump up like it just tried to do a second ago. And then I'm just going to, again, go in through the back part of it, pull it out, and then very carefully, because now we don't have nearly as much room to do whatever is necessary to get the knot looking the way that we want it. Let's see. So I like the crisscross look across the front rather than the straight 2 lines, but it's personal preference. You can always... Okay, sorry. Just saw this out of the corner of my eyes. This world would be so much better if this beading community was in charge. Let me tell you, 99.7% of the people I've met through the jewelry world are absolutely amazing, help each other, support each other. They're not competing with one another. They're not like, nope, don't use my design, da 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 da. Like, for instance, Kelly Sutton and I, we talked back and forth, and it was funny because we had been talking for like a year and a half outside of YouTube before I realized her last name is the name of my little girl. Her name is Sutton as well, but yeah. So I asked her yesterday if it was okay if I demonstrated one of her designs during my challenge. But I said, I will fully give you credit for it. I will let everybody know that this is not a design I came up with. And she was like, absolutely, go right ahead. And I think that's amazing. Randee is also like that. She's very much like, I didn't want to promote my live sales while I had a lot of her audience that they didn't know me. And she was like, it's your channel, go right ahead. Obviously, I have not discussed it at length because I'm still I'm thankful that she's helped me. So it's been good. I have never taken communes very seriously. However, if there was ever a beading commune, yeah, absolutely. Hi, Georgina. Georgina, I'm going to go through that with you. Give me an hour after the live and then we can talk. I was not ignoring you. There's just been quite a bit going on. Anyway, so we've got the knot up here. Now we're just I'm going to put one of the gold spacer beads. You just fit on here. You were just on here. I literally put this bead on. There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to, this is about the length of where I would want my loop to be. So I'm going to hold the gold bead right there and then grab my 2 bead and squish that with the ends of my finger right here. And I'm just going to do my knot. Oh, see, there we go. That way I have as much to play with for the other side. And see, even there, it's longer than what I would want the side of my loop to be. So I'm just scooching as I'm tightening it. I'm slowly rocking it up the leather so that it gets to be where I want it to be. And then that helps. And if you find that that's still too long and not your taste at all, then you can take it out. I showed how to untie a barrel knot yesterday. And then we're going to go ahead and put our pearl on. We're going to do another knot, just twisting it twice. Put the leather cord through the back of it. Again, rock it up so that it's by the pearl. So you don't have like a lot of empty space there. Don't pull so much that you stress your leather though. Okay, so just so I can show you. Right now on my knots, I have one that has the straight lines and I have one that crisscrosses. All you need to do is roll the knot within your hand. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. I think I might have pulled this too tight. I might have pulled it too tight. Oh, there we go. So now they're both a straight line, and on the other side, there's a crisscross. This one needs to, like, I don't know if it's the criss or the cross, but it could do that better. I was going to show how to do the charm. I'll show that too. Don't worry. I can't believe I just did that. Oh, you guys, what am I doing? You can't do this because how am I going to get this attached to this and in there? You would have to do all of this before you ever tied your knot. So I'm going to try to get this knot out so that I can fix this. There we go. I don't know why I wasn't like putting that together. Okay, come on, you little cord. You need to be the one that comes out, and you're being a pill. Okay, so you're going to need to do all of the knotting before you do the loop, guys. See, I'm just really I'm not using my nail to do anything but like move the leather. I'm not indenting or creasing at all. So, okay, now we need to put this on the other side. Careful not to lose your other gold ball out the other side. There we go. And we're back. So that's what this one is going to look like. You could even use this as a pendant. I'm actually curious if something would work real quick. Okay, so now I'm going to make my little loop. You definitely you don't need all this excess leather on the top part. I was not thinking. So this one does have a lot of waste. So those of you who don't like waste, first and foremost, know that I'm right there with you. I don't like to waste materials. I'm going to have to pull that smaller. In any way, shape, or form, I try to use everything. But sometimes when you're doing a design on the fly, pull that down a little bit. Make sure you're tightening with the right one. Kind of scooch this up with your fingers. Pull it tighter. This is where you can adjust the size of your loop by pulling the other cord. Do so carefully. You still get a tad bit of the crisscross on a traditional 3-rat barrel knot. It's just there's one at the bottom and 2 at the top. But even that, if you wanted more of like a natural boho, which I don't know. Then what was I saying? Then you could be okay with this and it wouldn't be a bad option. And then all you have to do is trim the leather on both of these. And I will make these an actual pair of earrings after the live. And then they will be for sale. And then to finish this off, obviously I'm going to tan the leather like I demonstrated earlier. But I'm also, I'm going to tan the leather. I will put a hook on it. Oh, and I will glue it. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the way that I like to glue my barrel knots. I prefer GS Hypo. GS Hypo, I'm going to tan it first because I don't like to put the heat up against where I just had glue, which is flammable. Okay, so I like the GS Hypo because it doesn't dry hard, especially for leather. So it doesn't dry hard, which is good because if it does, that eventually is going to crack. And when it cracks, it will more than likely take the color off of your piece of leather. Then I'm just going to open this with my holding this so that I can go straight in before the glue starts going everywhere, except I didn't know I had this situation. But hey, it's good I can show you. So see how this is movable? How it's not going to just, what am I trying to say? It's not going to dry hard. It's not going to crack. It's not going to do any of that. I didn't realize I had all of that on my needle. So let me get this back in my hand. So as soon as I pull it out, I like to put the needle inside the knot. And then I'll go to the other side, wipe off the excess so I don't get it on the leather. Let's see how quick I can do this. Haha, not too shabby. Wipe off the excess so the next time I use it, I don't have that and because this is more gummy, guys, it does not bother my hands as bad. I'll still get my skin peeling and whatnot, but it's not anything. You guys would be wasted right now, just saying, if NOT versus KNOT was like the word, you guys you'd be down for the count way too early in the morning, is all I'm saying. So anyways, here are 3 options. Do you guys want me to go ahead and do one with the charms real quick? Yes, it's flexible. Thank you. Do you guys want me to show you what it would look like with a charm dangling from it? I don't mind going and doing so. I just know that we're at the hour point. So if you would like me to, let me know. And I'll be honest, I was trying not to say the word boogie. Yeah, because it drives like snot, basically, and I didn't really want to say that. Flexible sounds so nicer. Absolutely. Oh, Katie, the hospital that we go to, it literally has ginormous signs like in the emergency room and then also by the front outside of where you come in to go on, and then that basically say if you curse at, cuss at, yell at, whatever, you will be removed and or they would call. So yes. What did nurses get a discount for me with my puppies, with my jewelry? with everything. I do have veterans, first responders, nurses, and teachers 10% discount. I just need to see a current or old like ID, a picture. I have them take pictures of their degree. Obviously, if you're a veteran, you can have it says so on your ID. So yes. Okay, it goes. All right, Kendra. Have a great day. Love you, girl. Do you guys want me to go ahead and do it with the charm, or do you think that you've got it and can do so yourselves? I don't mind either way. Like I said, I just I don't want to keep you if you need to go or if you are like feeling whatever, like that you need to go. I don't want you to feel obligated that you have to sit around here, but yeah. Agreed, Lois. Agreed. Especially if you have drug seekers and things like that. Absolutely. It took 4 security guards and then the city police to do it. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. I can always do another video and show the other option with the charm dangling down. If you guys all need to go, that's fine. Let me show the ear wire one more time though, just so that you have it. I'm taking a ball head pin. It's 1.5 inches long. I'm going to put it in between the first and second barrel, rotate it around until it touches the other piece of leather. Then I'm going to put face where the end is away from the one that I want to wrap around. No, you had it. And then you just bring it around. Woo. And then if you like the little kick out, oops, that's not pliers, those were cutters. Or you want these shorter, if you want the loop a little bigger, you can do it. That's what it looks like with a ball head pin. Let me show you what it looks like with an eye pin. Because obviously with the eye pin, the loop is already done for you. But get your ruler and stuff with writing off the mat. So you're just going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to do this on the 5-step to make it a little bit bigger. And if you want added space, you can move this up. So like if you're wanting a neck because you want to put a bead there or whatever else, all you have to do is shimmy it up and you're good to go. But if you want like as little excess as possible, you're just going to, again, face it away, wrap it around. And then all you have to do is do the little kick out. And then you will need to cut it and then file against any sharp, but don't let it go flying across the room like I just did. But there you go. You have a regular ear wire. That's all good. All right, Charlie, love y'all. No, I know you were paying attention. It's good. All right, ladies, thank you guys. This is like a great start to my day and has been. And so I appreciate I've had so much fun getting to know some of you that I didn't know prior to filling in for Randee. So thank you, Randee, for giving me this opportunity. And thank you, Rosanna, for suggesting that she reach out to me. I'm having an amazing time doing it. So love y'all. I'll go ahead and do the ear wire with the earring with the charm, and I'll put a picture up with the link to the video. So, but all of you guys have a fabulous day. You're welcome. And I will see you again tomorrow morning. And as always, guys, where is it? Happy beading.